Hello everybody, it is Codebreaker146 here. I don't know what that stare was about in the big eyes. I mean, maybe I wanted to accentuate the fact that my eyes are really blue today. Because of, there's this nice array of light that's coming into my room, and I got the blue shirt on, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to feel, blue, I guess you could say. But I'm not in a blue type of mood because this Sunday is literally wrestling weekend. We have NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. We have SummerSlam. And just a little disclaimer before I get into this for future prediction videos. I feel like the prediction videos are so everybody in the YWC does it seems like. Everybody does prediction videos, and I honestly sometimes forget or sometimes don't even want to do prediction videos because sometimes I pretty much say it in my topical videos. But as school was starting, I won't be able to do raw reviews and express my feelings on the storylines and stuff like that. Every single night, so I possibly will do more prediction videos, but as of right now, from the way I'm thinking about, I will do it for every single Big Four pay-per-view, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania. So hopefully those prediction videos will be worth my time. If this one goes well, then and also prediction videos, they get an okay amount of views, but sometimes they don't get a lot of views and nobody really cares. So sometimes just sit through a 15-minute video just to hear you talk about a storyline. And some people do, and then people that do enjoy it, this is the reason why I'm doing the video. Some people that don't, but hopefully this goes well and it's worth my time and stuff. But I mean, if it's for my YouTube channel, then I'll definitely go for it. But if it's not, but hopefully, they're kind of relating things to one another. Hopefully SummerSlam is worth my time as well. But we're gonna find out. So let's go to one of the recent matches that were announced, or we can just we'll go into an order the way this thing is filtered out. Triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Could see this being the second match, second or third match on the card. They have 10 matches, and there's not been one that's been said it's gonna be on the pre-show, but probably the tag titles will be pushed down if I had to guess. Because tag team championships always seem to get demoted to the pre-show, but we'll see when that time comes around. So we have a triple threat match between Ryback, Big Show, and The Miz. This match was supposed to happen at Battleground, I believe, and it didn't happen, and Big Show just knocked out Miz because Ryback had a staph infection. Luckily, they didn't strip Ryback of the championship because I was getting to like Ryback's Intercontinental Championship reign. Then he started feuding with Big Show. I was like, yay, okay, this is just, this isn't going to be good. And then he faced Big Show at Money in the Bank, and Miz got involved, and they were going for the triple threat, which I thought it would have been for Battleground. It wouldn't have saved the show. It wouldn't have been Unbreakable 2005 with, Styles, Daniels, and Joe. It wouldn't have been nothing like that. It was just going to be a regular triple threat match, and it's going to be just how it is going to be at SummerSlam. Ryback will retain his championship, possibly would do the whole shell shock on the big man cliche, or the little guy picks up the big guy or something like that, that kind of thing. Maybe Miz eats the pin, but either way, Ryback's walking out with the Intercontinental Championship, like it or not. Next, this is not in order of how I think the card's going to go, but something among the line will probably happen in the order which WWE wants to do it. Maybe they might put a big match right after a minor match, and then they'll put a minor match and a minor match, and then they'll do a big main event, and then as the co-main event, or I don't know what they're gonna do. It's just, and also the card structure has to do with a lot of the flow of the show. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's the opener, because they have a lot of different nominations they can do for the opener. They can do the tag team match. They can do, they have 4 tag team matches. So let's go ahead and let's be real here and just pick one of them, go do a random drawing or something. Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Build up to this has been a little bit subpar. It's been okay. I'm not gonna complain about it and say yeah, this has been bad. It's been you know what I mean? It's just it's been billed as family versus family or something like that. Ambrose and Reigns. A lot of people say, oh, Ambrose is going to walk out on Reigns, or Reigns is going to walk out on Ambrose. I don't think the time is right at this point. I think you maybe do it around Hell in a Cell. And then you have a really hot feud going from Survivor Series to the Royal Rumble, and then leading into the Royal Rumble match possibly. Maybe with Ambrose winning it, maybe Reigns winning it for a second year if you want to go for that. Either way, this feud has got to happen sometime in the end of the year. If you want to make Roman Reigns heel, go for it. If you want to make Ambrose heel, go for it. Either one would be fine now because both of these guys are just kind of they're kind of floating around. I know they're trying to keep Reigns away from the title at this point, and they're just giving him Wyatt at this point in time. And there's Harper and there's Wyatt, and they're just kind of out there. You know, I mean, I don't think there's gonna be a new Wyatt member that's gonna be debuting or something. Maybe Bray and Luke get a really big win here, and we see some tension between Ambrose and Reigns. But if I had to put money on it, I would go Ambrose and Reigns for the win here. I just think because, you know, Wyatt won the first match with a little bit of, help from Luke Harper, but, I mean, I think it's going to be probably the babyfaces going over. Los Matadores, New Day, Primetime Players, and the Lucha Dragons had a fatal 4-way match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I hope and I pray that the New Day win the tag team titles back because the New Day are a good time, and the New Day are so funny, and they're hilarious, and they're entertaining, and I enjoy all the guys' work. I like Xavier Woods, that annoying mouthpiece that you just want to say shut up to. I like Kofi Kingston, his style, and him being a sarcastic heel and that little clap, skip thing that he does to the ring. I think it's the funniest thing ever. Like, I always laugh when I hear, "It's a new day." Yes, it is. And I always like it. And Big E's just Big E. And then you got the Primetime Players who's just there. I mean, a tag team titles, I mean, it was long overdue, but, like, at this point, it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Lucha Dragons, I love the Lucha Dragons, but it's not time for them to win the tag titles yet because they haven't really been featured that much when it comes to, like, being a main, like, okay, you think this team can be tag team champion material. Then Los Matadors is always thrown into the mix at a Big Four pay-per-view. It's like, oh, we'll just throw the Matadors on a show or something like that just to fill a tag team spot. So, I mean, whatever they want, but if I would have put my money on it, Primetime Players win because I think that, or the Primetime Players of the New Day are the two main options, but I'm going to go with the Primetime Players. If the New Day win, I feel like there's going to be this big tag team turmoil at Night of Champions, and it's going to be the Primetime Players winning it back at Night of Champions, and then the returning Jey Uso will team with his brother Jimmy Uso. They'll beat the Primetime Players with the Usos turning heel, and the Usos getting a new, different type of light shed on their character. It's going to be really cool, and I think it'll be really good for the Usos to turn heel, turn their back on their fans. Like, oh, you guys preferred Cesaro and Kid over us. When when I got injured, nobody cared. Everybody forgot about the Usos, but not now because we're back. We are the Usos and we're back. Yada, yada, yada. Usos, Primetime Players, and maybe the Usos and the Lucha Dragons. Usos, Enzo Amore, and Big Cass, if they get called up. I'm probably not thinking there will be, but maybe. But, yeah, again, if I had to put my money on it, Primetime Players win. But I'm hoping the New Day. Next, Stephen Amell and Neville, the Red Arrow and the Green Arrow. Stardust and King Bear. The Cosmic Kings, they're facing the Cosmic Kings. And honestly, I don't think this match is going to be that great. I am looking forward to Stardust and King Bear working as a heel tag team after this feud is over because I think they cut an awesome promo as a team. King Bear's got the new robe kind of thing. Stardust is there. I love Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes can literally pull off anything. You got Neville. Neville is just Neville. I'm not big into Neville personally. I feel like, but Neville's stock is raising within WWE. I think he's going to go after the Intercontinental Championship eventually. I'm not sure what Ryback does after this, but maybe Stardust goes after Ryback or something. The Green Arrow and the Red Arrow. Babyfaces go over here. I think like King Bear will eat the pin from Stephen Amell. I don't know what Stephen Amell is going to be like in ring. I'm looking forward to see that. That's only like the only thing I'm looking forward to see if this match is going to be a stinker, or if it's going to be pretty good. So we'll see. If it's passable, it's good. Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. I have actually high expectations for this match. Cesaro has been booked so well in the past couple of weeks, and I've enjoyed what they have been doing with Cesaro. They're actually giving my boy Cesaro a chance, the Swiss Superman a chance. There's a plaque right above, right there, if you want to see my room tour video, shameless plug. Then I showed it to you. But it was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal plaque. And after WrestleMania 30, we're like, oh yeah, Cesaro's finally getting that push. He becomes a babyface. He broke up with Jack Swagger. And then they stuck him with Paul Heyman, the career killer Paul Heyman, unless your name is Brock Lesnar. I mean, just look at the track record. If you guys are getting butthurt already and you start typing in the comment section below, look at Curtis Axel, Ryback, and Cesaro. Luckily, Cesaro got and unfortunately, him and Tyson Kidd, they were the greatest tag team like that WWE had going. They were one of the best things WWE had going. Tyson Kidd unfortunately got effed up by Samoa Joe, and Cesaro then lost one of his greatest attributes, which was Tyson Kidd in the tag team division. But honestly, it was one of the best things for Cesaro. And that's sad to say, but Cesaro really came into his own. He's been performing on such a high level. And I think WWE's actually finding out what they have in Cesaro. Cesaro's been getting tremendous pops. The Cesaro section signs are, in great numbers, and people just love Cesaro at this point. And the commentators are so stupid. Oh, now we know what this guy has. Oh, this man's fun to watch. And it's like you're realizing that after 3 years. And speaking of 3 years, Kevin Owens, the main thing in this feud is like Kevin Owens doesn't like Cesaro. Cesaro doesn't like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is like, I've accomplished more in 3 months than you have in 3 years. Kevin Owens the night before will be facing Finn Balor, whatever you want to call him, in a ladder match for the NXT Championship. So hopefully Kevin Owens doesn't get injured. I mean, they're doing a great way to risk injury as their main event for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. I'm pretty sure Finn Balor is going to win and walk out with the title, but who knows. But the next night, Kevin Owens is facing Cesaro. This is honestly a lose-lose situation, however, with this feud because Cesaro has been having a lot of momentum. If he loses to Kevin Owens, then there goes Cesaro's momentum that he had built up. Then you have Kevin Owens, who's had a lot of momentum shot down by, once again, the man himself, John Cena, who's also a career killer. And Kevin Owens has been booked so bad recently, and so if Kevin Owens loses, there you go. Cesaro gets a lot of momentum, but these are two internet fan favorites. So who do you want to win? And also comment down below who you want to, this is little transition here. Comment down below who you think is going to win every single match and the predictions and stuff like that. I'll put the match card down below. But honestly, who's going to win? Maybe Cesaro picks up the win, and after the match, Kevin Owens does the powerbomb on the apron thing. And then Kevin Owens is just going completely insane. Maybe the next night on Raw, he's challenging people. He's just killing people. And then he's facing guys. Maybe he wins the title from John Cena from the U.S. Championship, hopefully. And then, maybe come back at Night of Champions, we get Cesaro versus Kevin Owens. And Cesaro and Kevin Owens had this awesome 2 out of 3 falls match, possibly. And maybe we get Kevin Owens and Cesaro in a Hell in a Cell. Very long shot right there, but who knows. Honestly, don't know who's going to win this match. I really don't know. And you can decide for yourself, because I don't want to say a person and just be completely wrong, which I'm probably going to be wrong anyway, but who knows. Charlotte, Paige, and Becky Lynch. The Submission Sorority. Versus the Bella Twins and Alicia Fox. Team B.A.D, which is Sasha Banks, Tamina, and Naomi. Honestly, I've liked the build. Divas Revolution is the Divas Revolution. I mean, honestly, the matches after match after match thing, you got 9 divas, so you have the room to do all these matches, but I'm kind of getting a little bit annoyed. Hopefully this match is really good. I was surprised when they actually said this is going to be an elimination match because they're going to give this a lot of time, obviously, if it's an elimination match. I think the match is going to go a little bit like this. Both PCB and Team B.A.D are going to pitch a shutout and eliminate all of Team Bella. And then it's going to be down to those women. I think it's going to possibly be down to Naomi and Sasha Banks and Paige and Charlotte. Naomi bites the dust from Paige. Sasha Banks beats Paige, and then it's Charlotte picking up the win against Sasha Banks. So I think PCB is going to win here. Team Bella does not need to win. PCB can win. Doesn't really matter. And honestly, I don't know I don't even know what the Divas Championship picture is going to look like after this for Night of Champions. I mean, you can have whoever win, and it still kind of works, but as long as it's not Team Bella. I'm just going to go with Charlotte just because it feels like WWE is really high on Charlotte. Anyway, Dolph Ziggler and Rusev's. This could possibly also be the opener. The Divas match could be the opener as well. It's going to be in Brooklyn, so the crowd's going to be really good at the Barclays Center. Ziggler and Rusev. I think Rusev's going to win this match. A lot of people are like, really? You think Rusev's going to win? Yes, I do. Because I hope Rusev and Lana get back together. Rusev and Lana is one of the best things they have going. What if Ziggler somehow loses because of Lana's mistakes? What if she costs him something? We see dissension there, and maybe Ziggler's getting a little bit more upset. Maybe she cost him another match by accident, and Lana's like, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Dolph. I'm trying to do my best Russian accent or whatever. And Rusev is just becoming this dominant force. And then we get maybe a rematch later with the mix. If you want to do the mixed tag, you can. It's fine, but again, if Ziggler wins, it's okay, I guess. I really don't care. But I want to see my boy Rusev do good. So, I'm going to go with Rusev if I had to think. It's, to progress this feud even longer if they want to, because Dolph Ziggler just got back. Let's go for Randy Orton and Sheamus, the grudge match of the century. Orton and Sheamus. I'm just going to say somebody, and I'm just going to move on. Sheamus. There you go. Title versus title, U.S. champ versus WWE champion. Winner take all. It's winner take all. Survivor Series 2001 homage right there. Cena and Rollins. Who knows who's gonna get it? Because who knows is gonna win. No. All right. John Cena is going to face Seth Rollins. Cena got his nose broken by Mr. Seth Rollins, and honestly, here's how I see it playing out. Randy Orton Sheamus is going to take place really early in the night. This is a 4-hour show. Remember this. Cena and Rollins is going to go probably on next to last or next to last. And Rollins is looking good against Cena. I think it's going to be a pretty competitive match. I think it's going to go about 18 to 21 minutes. With entrances, and then you have Cena go for the AA. Rollins hits that Pele kick thing. When he does the AA, Rollins lands on his feet, Pele kick, and somehow, some way, it's like that's near the end of the match. We go back and forth. They're both brawling. Cena gets Rollins on his shoulders. AA, 1, 2, 3. Everybody's like, aww. Everybody's crying on Twitter. Cena's a 16-time world champion. Flair's legacy is Rollins just lost. Oh, the phone is ringing, but I am not going to be deterred. Come on, answer the phone. Ba-da-da-da. Somebody answer the phone. Okay, they've answered the phone. I've lost my train of thought. I'm singing Cena's theme song. Cena wins. LOL. Rollins, boom. We see the curb stomp this time. Cena's down. He is United States and WWE World Heavyweight Champion for the 16th time. Sheamus comes down, boy, and he cashes in his money in the freaking bank. Okay? Then we see Sheamus win the title. Cena is still the U.S. champion, so WWE gets the last laugh in the end because Cena still got gold around his waist. And remember, because it's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank briefcase, not the WWE United States World Heavyweight Championship briefcase. No, it's just the WWE World Title briefcase. Sheamus wins. Boom. Summer shocker of the year. And then at the end, maybe on Raw the next night, Cena's the U.S. champion. He loses it because of interference by Sheamus. Rollins doesn't get his rematch right away because Triple H is pissed because he let Ric Flair's legacy be tarnished because John Cena became a 16-time world champion. So we see dissension in Seth Rollins and Triple H. Rollins becomes a babyface. Eventually, they slowly, gradually pull him away from the authority. Rollins maybe goes away for a couple of weeks because he's not getting his rematch. It would be an awesome, awesome story. You don't want to see Cena win, but honestly, this is probably what's going to happen. Main event of the evening, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. We get this 16-month build, this big match. Oh my god, yes, we finally get it. WrestleMania 30 was last year, guys. Yeah. Ain't that a kick in the head. I'm not really looking forward to this match whatsoever. I think Brock Lesnar's going to win against The Undertaker. I think it's going to be a pretty decent match, 3.5 stars, maybe 3 and 3, maybe 3 and 3 1/4. At at most, possibly. Brock Lesnar will win, maybe with 3 or 4 F5s. It's gonna be pretty hardcore. I think it's gonna start off with brawling, and it's gonna be showing a little bit of homage from the WrestleMania 30 match because I was there. I honestly don't remember much from that match because I kind of zoned out. It was kind of a sleeper. But Brock and Taker, I think it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be a lot better than WrestleMania 30 match, but I don't think it's going to be really good. Like, people are expecting, like, 5-star Benoit Angle stuff right now, but no, it's not going to be that great, y'all. Calm down. Lesnar will win. If Taker wins, that's, God almighty, that'll be the first time Taker wins. But I feel like it's going to go off the air like this. Lesnar, F5, 1, 2, 3. Lesnar leaves, Taker's in the ring, and we hear Michael Cole say, where does The Undertaker go from here? Because Undertaker is booked for the night after SummerSlam on that Raw. So Undertaker would be able to speak, okay, like on this loss. And we hear, Sting. Bro, you want a match at WrestleMania 32? Undertaker leaves the ring. No answer. Sting is sitting there with his hand out like this, and he's like, are you serious? So Sting keeps calling him out. Maybe Sting gets involved with the storyline with somebody. Brock goes away from a little bit because, you know, he just beat The Undertaker. I don't know what Brock does from there, but, I mean, that'd be pretty good for Undertaker and Sting. But Vince McMahon does not want to do Undertaker and Sting. He said that on many occasions. But hopefully I'm wrong, because Raw could be really, really, really freaking awesome because you have Sting there after SummerSlam. But we'll see. Somebody said Undertaker might be about to win, and then Sting comes out. That'd be kind of heelish for Sting to take away that moment from Undertaker. But is Undertaker even heel? Who's heel? Who's face? Who do you cheer for? I'm cheering for Brock, even though I love The Undertaker. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Brock's probably going to win. Leave your thoughts on SummerSlam below. Let me know. Thursday or Friday, ECW Reign should be up. Check out Nevermore. I'll leave a link in the description for the playlist of ECW Season 1. Just leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I really want to hear from you guys on that video, Nevermore, and tonight for this prediction video. I really appreciate it. You guys would really help me out because I like talking to you guys. You guys are really awesome, and I appreciate that. So, yeah, thank you for watching. SummerSlam's coming up this Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You gals, too. Yeah, we'll see if SummerSlam's good. I'll get back to you next Monday if it is.